than half of the participants actually said, yes, we would definitely use such a visa. And among the other half, we see that also here, the vast majority would generally be willing to apply for such a visa. However, again, certain conditions would have to be met. And first important one is, the most important one again, is to be able to work in Germany while looking for a matching job. And then a second one, and I guess this is a very important one, considering all the problems that have been reported with job search, is that they say, well, we would like to take up such a job search visa, but then when we are in Germany, we need to have effective support from the German authorities in finding a job. We've also looked a bit more closely at this group of people who say, yes, we would definitely use such a job search visa, and compare that group against the group that would not be willing to use a job search visa. And what we could see here is that the group who would definitely take a job search visa are somewhat younger, they're also somewhat less educated, and have slightly higher German language knowledge. We've also asked a particular question about whether a points-based system, as certain destination countries like Canada, for example, have, would make it easier for our participants to come to Germany. And also here we could see that just about half of the participants say, yes, a points-based system would facilitate coming to Germany for me. For the other half, this is not obvious. We have about 20% who say, well, it would not make a difference. 18% who say simply, I don't know whether it will make it easier for me. And then we have 12% who actually say no, a points-based system would not make it easier for me to come to Germany. And now, since job search has been reported as such an important barrier, and it seems that many people would be interested in applying for a job search visa, we've asked our participants to tell us a bit about their experiences with looking for a job in Germany. And those who've already started looking for a job reported to us that actually they simply don't know where to find job offers in Germany. Many of them can't get in touch with employers because they simply don't speak German, or they also don't know which sources of information are reliable. And what was really interesting to us here is that existing support offers, such as the hotline Working and Living in Germany, which is also available via the website Make It in Germany, or also the special counseling services that the German Employment Agency is offering for skilled workers abroad, are not necessarily known among our participants. So just 8 or even 9% for the special counseling services know of these services. So a big issue here really seems to be making existing support offers better known among the target group. What was a very positive finding for us was to see that among those participants who already found a job in Germany, about a quarter report that they have found this job through the Make It in Germany website, because the Make It in Germany website has a job engine, so a job posting site integrated into it, and it does seem to be better known among our participants. With this, I'd like to move on to our third and last main message and takeaway, and this is language. And in Germany, on the German labor market, German language knowledge is really what is needed in most cases. And so what we could see is that positively, more than half of our participants do bring with them already at least some basic knowledge of German. However, if you now look at the percentage who actually speak German at a level where they can communicate on the job and in everyday life, so those who have at least an intermediate level of German, we see this is only 15%, so 1 in 7. We looked at those who do not yet have advanced German language knowledge, so those who are just beginners or who don't have any language knowledge in German at all. And we could see that among this group, about half can somewhat compensate for that because they do bring at least very good English skills with them. We also looked a little bit closely at that group of people who bring good German language skills with them. And what we could see is that they tend to have slightly higher educational attainment overall than the group who does not bring good German language skills with them. And now we asked, and this is a question again of our follow-up survey, those people who do not yet speak German at least an intermediate level, and we asked them, well, would you be willing to learn German before coming to Germany if an advanced level of German would allow you to come and work here? And so what we found is that 3 in 5 of these respondents would definitely be willing to learn German or have actually already started learning German. And then another quarter say, well, yes, we would generally be absolutely willing to learn German abroad, but some conditions would have to change, namely the course offer would have to be improved, but I'll tell you a bit more about that on the next slide. And only 17% said no, learning German before coming to Germany is not an option for me. But within that group, as you can see in the dark gray part of the pie chart, the overwhelming majority plans to learn German once they are in Germany. So for us, that was a really important finding, and for the German government, an important signal that there actually is a great motivation to learn German, and that this potential simply needs to be exploited better by notably improving options abroad to learn German. So those participants who said that they would be willing to learn German, but certain conditions would have to be improved. The main barrier here seems to be the costs of German courses abroad, German courses and German exams as well. And then the next argument that was mentioned was that there simply are not enough German courses available at the moment. So here again, an important message to the German government that here we need some improved support. So with that, I'd like to conclude and once again say that Germany really can tap into a large pool of highly motivated and qualified workers abroad. We have to, or the German government needs to work harder to really exploit this potential. And above all, what is needed here is effective support with job search. We could see that the introduction of a job search visa might be a very good step to really get a lot of people on board. However, even that, if it's not linked to effective support with the job search in Germany, it might not be effective. And then the third takeaway, again, is there really is a need to greater appreciate the existing German language skills that many of our participants already bring with them. And for those who do not yet bring them, there's a need to make more widely available options to learn German abroad and make those options more affordable to everyone. Yeah, now I'd like to stop this presentation with a huge thank you to the 30,000 participants from across the world who have really taken the time to give us their views, tell us about their plans and experiences with the German immigration system. Your views are incredibly helpful. They will now really help the German government to fine-tune these new legal provisions, make sure that the programs that are in place, that will be in place, really do cater to your needs. And a big request to you all, please do stay on board with us for the next survey waves, notably in February, March, and then another one in August, September. Even if some of you may not pursue your plans to come to Germany further, which we do not hope, but even in that case, your views will be extremely valuable to us to find out why you might have abandoned your plans. We can learn from that, and Germany can learn from that, and find out how for future generations of skilled workers, we can make it easier and more attractive to come to Germany. So thank you very much for your attention.